Hi, my name's Vinny, and in my group it was me, Jack, Lajae, Olivia, and Kylie. And for the roles, we all kind of contributed equally, but me, Lajae, and Jack all helped make the meatballs, and Kylie and Olivia helped make the garlic cheesy bread. But besides that, we all pretty much helped equally with like the cleaning and the organizing and planning.
To prepare our visit, we set up the team over text, coordinating who was going to be on the team all through text message. All our planning prior to figuring out a date, coordinating a date, was through text. Through the four management functions: planning, leading, organizing, and controlling. Planning, like I said, we did it through text, understanding a date that worked for everyone, and then when initially getting there, we planned what everyone was going to do. With organizing, likewise the planning, we organized the way we had to work to create a successful day. With leading, everyone played a part. Whether it was telling someone to do this, or if someone needed help with this, being a leader, stepping up when needed, and controlling, taking initiative with your role, helping the people out that were there. That was all part of the controlling process.
We had a great time at the warming house. However, I would say that for the leading part, I think there could have been a little bit more of like a structured leader. I think that it was kind of disorganized towards the end, and if someone in our group were to just like step up and take control, that would have helped us throughout our day.
I think a really fun part of our experience there was doing the to-go orders out back, because we got to meet all the different people, and there was a lot of different conversations had, and a lot of them were very entertaining. And then another fun part was when we taste tested the meatballs, and they were a bit interesting, but they did the job. And yeah.
A funny story we had was when we were making the garlic bread, and the cheese was like this big, and they covered up like every piece of the bread, and we did like a cheese pull after we brought it out of the oven, and the whole thing slid off, and then we made Lajae try the garlic bread, and he's like, ew.
It's edible.
It
does the job. My funny story is again with the cheesy bread, when we kept trying to use the spatula to get it into the tray, but it just wasn't working. It kept falling off and onto the table.
The best lesson that we learned is probably teamwork and communication, especially like just separating ourselves into smaller groups so we can figure out what we need to do to make our time most efficient and effective. By doing that, it just made things go a lot easier and more smoothly for everything to be successful and making a good time and making sure everything gets done and provided with the best efficiency that we can.